Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here, and welcome to Off the Board with Pineapple Papers. And the pen that I've chosen to bring to life is this beautiful one by Sarah Jayne for Lottie Loves Paper. And I absolutely love everything Sarah does, and this is no exception. It's done with Paige Evans, Paige Evans collection, and I've kind of taken stuff from the same collection. I believe it is Splendid, and I've fussy cut some things. I've got some ephemera. I've die cut some tags, and sliced into some pattern paper. I have some sequins and some enamel dots, and I die cut some butterflies out of some of the pattern papers. So we'll see how this all goes. The photos I'm using are this one. Oh, I have stapled them too close together, but that's okay. Were taken on John's 70th birthday. We had gone on to see a baseball game in Miami, and we were on our way back up to Tampa, and I didn't tell him when I made a turnoff to Orlando, and we headed into the Disney complex. He kind of questioned where I was going, and so I made it a surprise. We went to EPCOT, and we had lunch at our favorite. I had already made reservations for our favorite restaurant in Epcot, which is in Mexico, and they have the most fabulous mole chicken. So we happened to hit the International Flower Garden Festival was underway. So there were displays everywhere, and there's this one of Pluto, and then there flowers all around. The place was just absolutely gorgeous and colorful. So I have this photo that has John in it and the Epcot dome, and there's some fuchsia flowers there. There's fuchsia and yellow, and there's a lot of orange. So all of the flowers that I'm going to have on this page are going to be very appropriate for the story. So I'm going to kind of group the tags behind the photos. I'm going to determine how many tags and how they will be arranged by the width of the photo. I want this tag sticking, kind of out to the side. I'm okay with this one also kind of sticking out a bit, and then I can have this here, and I can put a flower there to cover up that gap. I can actually put this here. Let me look at the original. I'm not liking that, so let's go back over here and put this one down this way, and I'll build a flower cluster there, and I'll have this kind of coming out right there, and this coming out here, and we'll see. I will work on that. I'll get all that done, but let's get the base down. I'm going to put this down with just a little bit of tape up at the top, and then I can slide this in and just have a little bit of adhesive there. Just kind of slide it in like so. I cut it about 3/4 of an inch, and I'm going to hide about 1/4 of an inch of it. Let's see. Now, let's see what we're going to do. I'm going to put this kind of down into there, and I'll move it over a bit. And this can go kind of like that. The pink one is going to be higher than the green one. Is it going to be over the green one? The blue one can be under the pink one. And then the orange don't like that. I'm not feeling it. So let's do this like that, and then this here, and that right there. I'll kind of build it to that width. Let me kind of get it. Secure that right there. I'll place this under and let it come up. What I'm creating is this kind of L shape. At least that's what I'm going for. That's my objective. And then this, bring this back here. That kind of can go right there. And then this I will tuck in after I have secured the photos. And it can kind of go just like that. I'm not doing everything exactly as I have. In fact, I have one more tag than Sarah does. It's not going to be an exact copy because I think our photos are probably different sizes. I'm going to tuck this down in here and let that kind of come out. That's, I believe hers is at this kind of angle. And this, I wanted to get all these basic pieces in before I start putting the flowers, because I want these things to show, these elements to show. Okay, now let's start this. I'm going to pull the butterflies out. I know my title is going to be over here, and so I need to leave room for it. So let me put it down. First, happiness is here. Okay, I think that's going to work. let's see. I'm going to start with, I fussy cut a couple of large clusters from the wreath paper that came with this collection. And then there are some ephemera pieces that also don't have the white border on them that I used. Let me kind of place this because I don't want John to be covered up and I don't want my title to be covered up. So I'm kind of trying out different arrangements. I kind of like this arrangement. And I'm just going to put a dot in the center because I will tuck things under. I have a little bit of a tear here, so I'm going to put some glue and kind of hold that together. Okay, it doesn't show on the other side, so that's good. Okay, where was that? Did I have it this way or did I have the purple up? I think I had the purple up and the pink flower there. Okay, there. And I will fill that out in a minute, but I want to put this one in. That's going to bridge that gap between, you know, this one where this tag ends. And I'm just going to put this on 2 dots, one on the blue tag, the area that's on the blue tag there. And let's see how that's going to go. That will be kind of right there. And then another on the orange tag, which is kind of right where that is. That leaf kind of protrudes there. And the reason I wanted these floral clusters instead of just using all the ephemera is that these have these pretty green leaves, and I didn't want to lose those. Okay, so that's there and that's there. So now we build from here. I know that I want this. I want some flowers here, a fairly large. See, there's the flowers kind of track up along here, and I like the contrast of the orange there, or I may use this style of flower. I like that because it has the pink, and then I can put a smaller flower kind of behind it. So I'm going to do something here every so often. I'm going to cut through to the center to allow those petals to curl independently. And I think that'll give the flower a little more movement, and they'll look a little more lifelike. Okay, so I'm going to kind of curl them. Pinching them, and then that allows some of them to stick up and some of them to stay down. And we'll see how that works out. Okay, I'm going to do it that way, and I have let's do this piece of a yellow flower right there, and I will put that, that it can curl. I'll put that on a thinner piece of foam. I'm running low on my dots, so I don't want to use them all up before I've given all the dimension I want to the elements. Let's do that. Right there. And then I want this leaf sprig to be here, and actually I want it here, and then I can fill in a smaller flower, or I even do a butterfly right here. So what I'm going to do now is kind of trim some of the white off here. I wouldn't have to do this. I don't think Sarah did it in her original, and she did use this piece, but in keeping with kind of how I have the other things trimmed, I'm gonna do this, and I think it'll allow the leaves to kind of move independently as well. It just ends up kind of cutting to the back, closer to the stem. I'm going to let the white stay on that part because I want to include that little seed pod on there. And I'll leave that for the same reason. I love those little seed pods. And I like the variation here between the green and the dark gray or black. Okay, now I'm just going to put, because that's been cut like that, it's going to curl naturally, so I really don't have to put it on foam. I'm going to kind of curl the leaves, pinch the leaves a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to put it down right in there and let it kind of be that upper part of the L. And I'll place this right here. And it's a fairly large, it's the only large butterfly I did. And I did it out of the purple to kind of balance the purple I have down here. I have a bird from a different Paige Evans collection, and I thought I might put the bird here on this tag. It's a clear sticker, but I think it kind of looks cute there. Okay, before I go much farther, I want to put this twine, I'll curl the twine around through. I don't have much. It's yellow. It's the only bright color that I have left. I've used all the bright colors out of that set. I just ordered some more. It's a different brand, so I hope it's the same kind of twine because I love this so much. And I hate that I'm almost finished with it. Okay, it's I think this is jute. Okay, there. It's not as attractive, let's say, as Sarah's, because I don't have as much twine, and has a different curling technique. I'm going to glue that there, and I'll glue it here on the... I cut the reinforcers out of different papers, and I made sure I did kind of contrasting colors. So I have purple on yellow and orange on green and yellow on blue and green on the pink. And the twine kind of wraps through and around. Okay, now any more flowers? I think I need something right there. And I may, let's see, what is this? This is the other half of that flower. And I think I'm going to go ahead and put it there. Glued to the background, but kind of curled up a bit. And then I'll go back and add some small butterflies and some other small elements. I have this, it isn't taking my ink, or the ink is smearing, but only the top level of ink. So I'm going to clean it off a bit, and you can still read it. If I don't like it, I can always go back and put a word strip on top of it. It's just a piece of chipboard, and I kind of want to put it here because it has the date. April 20th, 2017. That was John's 70th birthday, and it was a special... That was a special trip. It was a special day. We had taken a massive road trip all around the country the year before, and we hadn't hit the Florida teams, so we did the Florida teams, the two Florida baseball teams, with Disney located conveniently in the middle. We did that. Okay, I'm adding that yellow one there. I will add this. See, I've covered that orange tag piece there. And I'm going to curl this up and put a little glue, and kind of, it'll be mostly hidden, and that's okay. The scale of the ephemera is a little bit larger than the fussy cuts. Here, could I think I'm going to leave that for a butterfly. I will do this butterfly. These butterfly dies from Bramble Fox, allow you to curl the wings up and leave the outline down, or you could do it the other way. Let me see how I prefer it, with the little outlines up and that down. I'm going to do it this way. Oops. Okay. I might put this in behind that, although I'm thinking it would better go down here, because I'm going with this look. I don't want to build my cluster here up any farther. Let's kind of scooch it right under there, and I definitely want to include this purple and yellow flower. It's my favorite one of all, and I'm going to kind of pop it up over these two pink ones that I've put down, and I'm going to do that by maybe doing a double dot. Let's see what we've got. I may need to turn that light down. That may be better. Sorry about that. I had it up so that I could see when I was preparing things, and I forgot to turn it back down when I started filming. I'm going to go there, and then maybe I can add this out here so that it kind of flows that way. Actually, let me cut this in half, and I'll curl it. It's a nice contrast to the purple, so I'm going to put part of it here and part of it under the yellow flower. And there's a fair amount of orange in this pattern paper, so I think that looks really nice. This will look like I have two orange flowers together, and I think that is a better look than just the one big one kind of sticking out. I've got to turn that so that I don't see this, but you know what I can do is I can add I just dropped some enamel dots, and I don't want to lose that one because I want to finish using that. I want to add this purple butterfly here. It's just a tiny little butterfly, and it could be on those high contrast orange and yellow flowers. So I can maybe put it right there, press it in the middle so it covers up that hole. I need to curl these petals. I think I said leaves a while ago. I meant petals. I'm gonna actually put it like this. I want it to curl up over these yellow petals, so let me do it that way. And I want to curl it up here. I want what I want, darn it. Okay, that looks good. Now I have some more butterflies and other small embellishments. And that's what we'll finish up with. Have this one flying out that way. And this is another one of those. Let me take this orange butterfly, and I'm going to put it maybe right beside the photo here. And I have some different color butterflies that are not, this is kind of a dark teal-ish blue. I'll have it flying out that way. All of these smaller butterflies, everything except this large purple one, were cut from a single set of Bramble Fox dies. I'm going to curl this one differently so that the frame stays down on the paper and the solid leaves kind of curl up, and I'm going to go this way with that one. And I have another dark green one, and I think it would contrast nicely right here, actually, on this piece of paper. You'll notice that it's there even though it's tiny. And then I have this blue, which kind of goes with the blue skies and the paper. This paper that is matting the photos is from the travel line. It's not from Splendid. Let's see where this wants to go. Maybe down here where it'll contrast against these papers. Okay, and now I want to distribute these little lime green hearts. Maybe one right there. I'll put them in a triangle, of course. One right here. And then this one over here. I'm not going to use this leaf sprig. That will stay behind. I'm going to add some enamel dots, and I want to look where she did hers. She did a grouping here, a group here, 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 and down here. Okay, I can do that. So here, and I'm just gonna put the anchor dots. Let's see, where did she do? Kind of something there. I'm just gonna place a few anchor dots. I killed those blue ones. Now I'm gonna take, I definitely want these hot pink in the mix because that's kind of a main color in the page, on the page. I'll put that actually on the tag. I'll use a big one up here and a big one. I think I'm going to skip the one here and I'll just do this one here. Okay, so that's the pink, and I'm going to do orange. I'll complete this one with orange. I'll complete this one with yellow. And I will add a large yellow up here. And right here, I think I'm going to do a small orange. right there. Let me put that aside. And now I want to use these pretty teal ones there. And I don't have any more groups of 3, so I'm going to do individual dots around. Let's do one right there. And that one is done. I think I'm done. I really like this bright reddish orange, and I probably like that yellow better. If that had been closer to the lavender color here, I might have used it. But it was not, and so I did not. And I have a few. I have this carnation bouquet, which has a pretty pink. And I'm going to put these on the flowers. And I have this perfect moment, which has a brighter, more fuchsia pink. So I'm going to mix those up and see what we end up with. So I'm going to do them around on top of the flowers. Just adding sparkle to them. Okay, I've got that set, and I'm going to take these little floral bits, floral sequins, and put those down. This is a flat one. This is a cupped, sort of mirrored one. That will be kind of pretty. This is a very highly cupped hot pink. If I can grab it, this isn't that one, but it's close enough. And I think a hot pink would look nice right there. Let me get this little flat one right there. That highly cupped, those just really look so bright and beautiful. They reflect light completely differently from the other sequins, so I love them. When they're in a mix, I tend to use all of them. There's that one. Put it right there. And I'm going to pull, see, there's another one of those, but I have it upside down, but it's going to stick. Here's one of those. They're hard to pick up sometimes. Okay, and I have a few more around there to do. And I'm going to do something similar with this other floral cluster, but I won't make you watch that. I'll do that off camera. Oops, I've got 2 sequins there, so I'll just separate them and put that one right over there. And I'm going to take this floral shaped one and put it, I guess I could put it upside down. It's kind of cute upside down. And it would certainly make better contact with the glue. This is a white flat one. And I have another hot pink. I'm using a lot of the hot pink. But I should vary that. I should mix it up a bit. I'll put this one right here next to that white one. And I'll take this mirrored one that's kind of a clear mirror look, and I'll put it here on the orange flower, and I think those are all the glue dots I had there. That didn't take too terribly long. Let's see what we end up with here. I'm going to put some here, here, and here, 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 and maybe down here, there, and I'm just kind of picking. I don't want them all to be right in the center, and I don't want them to be just scattered all in just onesies. So I'm kind of grouping them and putting some onesies, but kind of grouping them around. Okay, this one is going to leave me with a little bit different mix of sequins. Put that one right there. Let's do a floral one here. And I'll leave it upside down. This is a tiny flat one. So I'm looking for the smallest daub of glue. That works. And now here, I've got some of these really large green ones, and what I'm going to do with those is, when they're the last ones left, I'm not going to put them on top of flowers. I will kind of slide them up under some elements here, and so that I don't have to put them away, because you know my trick. It's to use them all, so I don't have to put them up. Because when I've mixed two different mixes like this, I don't know which ones went with which mix, and it's kind of a hassle to figure that out. So here, I think I will put another one of these. Oh, here's a mirrored one. There we go. And I think, well, let's see, I have one more drop over here. I'll do this flat pink. There's another one there. So I'll do the really shiny cupped. Okay, so I have a few sequins left in here. I'm going to use them all. I'll show you what I mean with what I'm going to do with the big green ones. There are a couple here. I will do like right here. I'll put it here and kind of tuck it under that flower. So it'll still be in the floral cluster, but kind of peeking out from under a flower. And I'm going to do it here as well. And I'll do it again down here. There, and this is a flat blue one, which really doesn't go with anything else. This is a large cupped pink one. So I'm going to have it coming out from under there. Okay, and the rest of these I will scatter about after the camera goes off. So I thank you for watching, and I invite you to check out everyone who's bringing their Pinterest pins to life. And I thank Sarah Jayne for her beautiful inspiration piece, and Paige Evans for designing such gorgeous, colorful supplies, and John for being the love of my life and for enjoying the surprise birthday trip. Let me glue down my little in BrambleFox for these amazing little butterfly dies. I'm gonna put this one kind of going a different direction here. I like that contrast of the orange on the green. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.